Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the abrupt departure, I guess you could say. Sometimes nature calls. But I'm back, and let's finish off this line to Knoxville. So I just finished building the single track. I'm gonna double it right now. Which I think I'll build the switch a little farther out. So I want to make sure I have enough space for possibly building that other line to the salt mine and the dairy line. Okay, doubling it up. Going around like this. This is the weirdest line I've built so well, it's a pretty weird line. It's literally a U-turn. So we're just going around these mountains. Closer there? Okay. And yep, simple, same formula. I'm gonna signal it up. I know. I can see in some ways this is getting a little tedious because I'm basically doing the same standard formula of okay, either build a single track or build a double track, and then just put your signals in. Put your supply towers in, make sure there's a maintenance building, set up your lines, probably make one freight, one express. I haven't had a chance to build anything more complicated than that. It is getting a little boring, I guess. I do want to build that quadruple line though, where again the express and freight trains have each their own dedicated line, but because of the deadlines in this mission, I don't have that luxury, fortunately. I'm gonna have to just focus on just getting these tasks done. Once the war is over, maybe? But I think by the time the war is over, the mission will probably be done, so... Okay, so there's our signals, supply tower time. Put one... maybe right here. There we go. And then one, let's put it right. Yeah, this one's not attached to this supply tower there, so it's going to need its own one there. Okay, and let's deliver the weapons right away. So we're going to set up a train line to Louisville, Knoxville, freight only. And oh, actually, let's check our research again. 340. Yeah, I think I do want the consolidation B. It's slightly faster, has much better tractive power, though I don't think inclines have been a big problem in this mission. But I want to try to get this one instead, because last time we did just go for the consolidation, the regular one. So I'm going to go get the Rogers Mogul, which is actually worse than Rogers American in some ways. It has better tractive power, but it's not a big deal. And I'll try to, once we collect more points, we'll try to get the consolidation B through this path. Okay, so there is our train. I think I might, oh yeah, let's add the, forgot to add the dragon. Is this the right one? These are express trains, right? Okay, so. Waiting for track clearance. So yeah, there's the those are all their weapons. I think I might see if I can upgrade this weapons factory again. Oh, what the? Thomas breeding near Columbia. No, it's too far. Sorry. I know, Pine. We should show Thomas that. Thomas breeding, because I don't know, for some reason I thought of him about it when I saw that.
Granted, I'm profiting from the war, but that's the way the Treasury bill business is. Our side is winning thanks to this, and there's also a little something in it for me.
Okay, I was gonna, let's go see if I can, there's a mill, there's a weapons industry. I can expand it again for $1 million, but that's pretty much all of my money, so not going to do that quite yet. I think it's more important to just... We've got our Knoxville connection. It's time to connect up to Jackson. So there's already this little weird side line to this logging camp. I'm just going to try to avoid that and make a line just going straight down here. And it's a relatively flat area here, which is good. So, let me see here. The problem here is you can see on these contours, this part right here is actually pretty steep. That's actually a steep incline, whereas Memphis is actually just a little higher than that. So we could instead maybe go around, just avoid going down in this valley here, and just go up along this right side. I think I might try that. So let's go to Jackson here. Let's upgrade this station. Okay, I'm gonna do a little rejigging here. So let's delete this section here. Actually, I think I might just blow up all this. So this track will be for a through station. And then this track will be for our corn. Or our through traffic, I should say. And then now we have to just curve these tracks. Assuming we're not going to expand over here. There's Shreveport, but that's over some mountains and over a few rivers. I hope we won't expand that way. Fred says, wait, did Elon Musk seriously release a flamethrower to the public for $500? What? I haven't seen that news story. Elon Musk, I've kind of lost some respect for him. He's, well, for one thing, he founded PayPal, which is kind of not a great company to deal with. They're kind of the only real payment service because they're kind of de facto, and they're not necessarily the best one, I would say. Their transaction fees when I take like donations for the MRT server are just ridiculous. Oh yeah, I should probably expand this station too, and maybe redo this track. This is a weird track here. So divert the logging camp track into. Let's redo this. Do that. Another reason I've lost respect from Elon is he had a debate with a renowned transit planner. I think his name is what's his name? His last name is Walker. His first name escapes me at the moment. But he is known to be the transit planner is not really famous, but in like transit planning circles, he has saved a lot of transit systems, like a lot of them in New Zealand, in America, in Europe as well. And on Twitter, they were basically, he and Elon had a little I'm not sure if I would call it a debate, but pretty much it ended up with Elon insulting Jarrett Walker, that's his name. That's the transit planner's name. And he just basically said, no one likes public transit. Everyone wants to just ride and transport in the luxury of their own, own vehicles. And frankly, that's a whole lot of bullshit, because I like public transit. I like transit. I might not interact with people all the time, but I do like, the whole aspect of, common carriage, not having your own vehicle. But to me, it sounds like Elon Musk is a guy who's never really, who has this perception that public transit is for poor people, for the maybe even the mentally ill, the disenfranchised. And it's a little bit arrogant on his part to not really acknowledge that. So that is my opinion. And I think I've done this wrong. Okay. I better redo this track, because I've tried to make this track next to this one, but I guess I have to redo it. Okay, I'm gonna make this, put a switch here. I'm gonna delete this little section here. Okay, so we're gonna connect this track up to there, and then this track can go all the way into the station. Yeah, Elon Musk calls transit expert an idiot and says public transport sucks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to acknowledge... I'm still going to acknowledge Elon is a pretty brilliant guy. Like, all this stuff he does with SpaceX is pretty fascinating. I will admit that. But I don't know, man. Like, if you insult my hobby and the benefits that it brings, I don't know. I remember also after that whole Twitter backlash, people started actually, I don't know if there's a hashtag for this, but people started saying, like, in support of Jared Walker and public transport, they actually made posts on Twitter and Instagram where they, you know, they shared stories about, I don't know, how public transit has actually affected their lives in a positive way. I think some people actually posted things like, oh, I found my wife, I found my girlfriend, or boyfriend, or husband, on, you know, significant other, on transit, or other stories like that. Yeah, Teres, yeah, there are a lot, yeah, Elon's definitely an ideas guy. He does hire really smart people. Though SpaceX is one of those weird companies. It's not like NASA. It's more like a trendy startup where they hire lots of young people, which don't, admittedly, are very smart, may not be necessarily experienced, but it is I would say a different culture than, say, compared to like NASA, for example, which has done this sort of stuff for decades now. Supply tower, please. There we go. And probably another one over here somewhere. Maybe right there. Okay. I think we need one. Where's a supply tower here? Maybe. Oh, did I blow up this? I think I blew up this one, didn't I? Let's see if I can rebuild it. Maybe not. No, it doesn't like me anymore. Yeah, this part was kind of finicky. So maybe I'll just build two separate ones. Maybe like this and that. There we go. Okay, now there's the hard part. We need to rejig all of the lines that just only went to Memphis. And I think there's... I don't know how many trains are on this part here. Okay, there are 3 trains. Okay, so this is our first freight train. So not Nashville. Continue on to Jackson. Back to Memphis. And then to wait. Louisville. Oh yeah, Louisville. What? No, this is... Whoa, whoops. No, this is a corn train. What am I doing? Leave that one alone. Wait, am I clicking the right track here? What am I... I'm confused. Okay, Memphis, freight only. Is this the right... What am I doing? Hold on. Louisville to Nashville. Okay, yeah, no, then, yeah, this is the right train, so not... Okay, yeah, I got confused there for some reason. I thought I was playing around with the corn train, but... There we go. Nashville, Louisville, okay. So save that one. And this one's a duplicate of that train. Breweries in Cleveland. I'm not going to expand up there, so let's not do that one. Okay, and then same thing here. Jackson, Memphis, Nashville. And the express train, same deal. Oh, whoa, we're actually pretty south here. New Orleans is just over there. Okay, Jackson, Memphis, Nashville. Okay. Fred says, oh geez, Walker worked on a lot of cities, or whatever you want to call whatever he does. Yeah, he is, if you have a chance, I have this book myself. He has a book, a really good book called Human Transit. It basically it outlines a lot of his work that he's done in several cities, in America, Europe, New Zealand, Japan, I think Japan, yeah. And it's quite fascinating. I think usually one argument that I see, here's a good example of a thing I saw in his book. There's this perception of, what's it called? You know, like how you have bus lanes in America, and people are always sort of saying, oh, you know, by reserving this bus lane, you're having less capacity for cars, and also they have this perception that the bus lane's always empty. So when it's empty, so they think, because they see that you'll see like all these cars stuck in traffic, and then next to it is an empty bus lane. But in reality, and this is what Jared Walker argues, that because that bus lane is empty, the people on that bus are actually getting to where they need to go really fast. And it's actually being used quite a lot more than what people perceive. And that is the kind of arguments that he's trying to portray to like city officials and the public, because there's definitely a lot of misunderstanding about just public transit in general, especially in America. I don't get that much in Canada, because in Canada, at least in the city I live in, there are a lot of professionals and all kinds of people who ride public transit into downtown, and you know, into office workers and all that sort of stuff. But in America, there is this impression that, yeah, public transit, like metros, buses, they're for poor people, they're for, you know, people who are not as well off, and people avoid that because of that reason, because they don't want to mingle with those folk. They have this sort of impression that, you know, you live in your suburb gated community with your vehicle and it's just drive everywhere. That's what you deal with. But yeah. Pine asks, do you do a lot of reading then? Not really so much lately, but that's probably one of the books that I really liked reading. That one. It's a lot of interesting insights from an actual expert in transit planning, which we're kind of trying to do right now, but I better get back into it. Okay, so we've done our line. I think it's time to duplicate a bunch more trains on this line, because 2 freight and 1 express is not. I think we're kind of underutilizing this line. So I'm gonna copy. Actually, let's copy an express train. Let's get another express train going. Because I just saw this freight train leave. I'm gonna give it a bit of, try to space out these trains a little bit. Yeah, bus. Fred says, in some places there are bus lanes, but I haven't seen them in too many places. It depends on the city. Oh, bandits have taken over the train, Louisville to Nashville Express, and robbed the mail. Oh no! Do you want to pay compensation of $285,000? But the amount of mail in cities Jackson, Memphis is not reduced? The thing is, the goals in this mission at the moment is to deliver passengers. So actually, I don't want to pay this because I don't care about mail. So unfortunately, all the people waiting for their UPS packages down there are going to have to live with that. I'm going to say no. If it was passengers, then I'd be a bit concerned, or people got robbed. But mail, not so much. I know in a lot of American cities, some cities, actually, I think Nashville, or I think a city in Tennessee is actually experimenting with bus rapid transit, which is you can basically a metro sort of, or I should rephrase that, a very frequent, high capacity, limited stop bus service, and that usually coincides with having bus lanes and having priority signaling, so that buses can go through traffic and all that. So yeah, climb that train. And in some places it's going well, in other places not so much. It really depends on how the city executes on that sort of thing. So Pine says, "Oh no, imagine you're waiting for a steamy hot love letter back in the day and the mail gets robbed. Oh no. Oh no." Now you're making me feel guilty, Pine. Jeez. a love across front lines. Okay, we've reached 1862. So let's say 1962. We got 1 year to finish these off. Looks like we're pretty on the way to delivering weapons to Knoxville, so that's good. Passengers, yeah, I think we're pretty good there. I don't understand what this means. Induction stations have now been built in Chicago, St. Louis, and Columbia. I remember the guy was, tutorial guy was telling us about them, but I don't know what that means. What's an induction stations? Induction stations. What do you do? The induction station creates soldiers on a daily basis. Oh, I see. So that's one way to try to get more passengers, because we're actually transporting troops. So, okay. What other cities were there? There was, oh, so I jumped to 1246 already. Chicago, which I haven't connected to, I think. Toledo's over there. Chicago's there. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could expand to Chicago and try to get that extra induction station. Yeah, let's do that quickly. But actually, before I do that, I want to just make sure I keep adding more trains on this line. Let's add just another freight train on this one, because I'm just a little worried that we're maybe not delivering enough weapons. I think I'll take out a war bond or something, so we can keep funding this. Yeah, let's take out another $1 million. And then I'm actually going to upgrade...
Some newspapers have been critical of my dealings with treasury notes. Well, I guess I'll just have to buy these newspapers up.
Not sure how I feel about that. You are suppressing free speech, my friend. So I've upgraded this industry. I think it's a level 3 industry now. And if we want to supply that industry properly, we still need to provide enough coal and iron. So I'm actually going to start double tracking these iron and coal routes. Terais says, in the city, using public transit was awesome, but out here where I am now, buses are run on stupid timetables. Yeah, that's a thing with rural routes. Unfortunately, public transit doesn't work. I'm not a fanatic that says, "Oh, yeah, you have to build public transit everywhere. It's the best thing ever." No, that's not realistic. But I think in actually Jarrett Walker's book, he actually outlines there are ways to make a nice, efficient system in rural areas. He actually points to actually making something like almost like an Uber-like service or a community shuttles-like service, where it actually delivers people on demand rather than on a set schedule. So if you have like a small town and, you know, people use it on an occasional basis, like to go into town for groceries or something, especially for like senior citizens, then a system like that is a lot more efficient, a lot more user-friendly too. It does not have to be always just a the traditional way of having a schedule and having to wait 30 minutes to an hour for a bus. Especially if that bus is not even going to be used most of the time. Pine says, you as a romantic should be able to imagine the pain. No comment. No commente. Okay, so doubling that track up. Let's also double the coal line, if I can do that right. Where is that? Oh, I see. It's actually... I have to do... Okay, so I have to do something like this, and then extend it out. We only have one train running on each of these lines, so one iron train and one coal train. So I'm just doubling these up so we can start adding a few trains to feed our weapons supply line. Okay. Where is... Okay, let's see. Our coal train is... Where the hell is it? Ah, there it is. Okay, so these are all on the right, correct side, so let's go add those in. We also got our supply tower already there. Trolls Sma says, public transit scales with ridership. Generally, you need to have more ridership to get more buses for shorter waits. Oh yeah, there is a sort of a cumulative effect that happens. That's why smaller cities have crap routes. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, there are other strategies that smaller cities can use to efficiently deliver transit. Usually a lot of... Ooh, that's the wrong way. Most transit agencies tend to be like publicly owned. There are a few like public-private partnerships here and there, or even just straight out private companies. But the reason why a lot of these agencies are public is because there is a mandate for a lot of them not to make a profit, but to also, not just to make a profit, but to also have proper coverage for certain areas. Oh, see ya, Tarais. So what usually happens is, yeah, they have to, sometimes they'll have to run bus routes to places that have really low ridership, but if they don't, then the people who are there, who actually rely on that bus, usually don't have any other means of transport. This is especially true for like people who, like senior citizens. Yeah, that group definitely gets disenfranchised a lot when say a transit agency cuts back on service. And a couple more. Do I have supply towers on this end? Let's see if I can add a couple on this side here. I'm actually liking this little transit debate, guys. This is it is a topic that I particularly like. Like, you know, that's why I'm playing this game, I guess. Because in a way, we're trying to build efficient routes. So it's not like, it's more of a transport company, I guess, not within a city. I guess cities in motion too would be probably more akin to that sort of thing. Okay, let's double this up. So let's get our coal train here. It's loading up on coal there. It's not a full load, but that's okay. And same thing here. Copy our iron train. Yeah, because it's not a full load, I'm thinking 2 trains will probably be enough here. So I'm gonna leave that alone. And in addition, we might want to try... Ooh, yeah, we've got lots of goods waiting here, so... The problem is I'm not sure if adding more trains on this route is actually going to make a difference. Okay. Bandits have taken over the train Louisville to Nashville Express. 1, Amount of mail. Nope, I don't care about mail. Mail sucks. So yeah, because we have all these goods... Oh, Jesus. Because we have all these goods in the warehouse, we're reaching a point where adding more trains on the line to Louisville, we're reaching a limit there, so... Did I lose this? Oh crap, I lost the auction. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. No, Fred, we're not gonna go into that. No siree. Nope, 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 nope. You can't make me. So let's see, we have... Actually, how many trains do we have on this line? Okay, I'm gonna try fitting in one... Let's add 4 trains. Because I'm actually curious here. All the other trains are over here. So this one's heading in. That one's waiting on that signal. And that one just headed out. So... maybe we can... add a 5th one. I'm gonna try to fit as many trains on this. Probably add a few more signals, maybe. So that we can... We'll probably end up with a bunch of trains waiting here. Which kind of sucks, but... At least it'll keep delivering stuff to the weapons factory. Let's take a look at our tasks. So 12 loads to Jackson. I think I'm gonna keep on... So there's our... That's okay, that's an express train. I'm gonna duplicate this train here. Wait, this one's... Oh no, this is... Oh, it is already here. Okay. So that one's loading weapons... Hopefully all the way to Jackson. I'm hoping that's going to happen. But, yeah, that... Let me just take a look. I'm not sure if we're supplying enough goods for this station yet. Seems like we're okay for now, but... Not entirely sure. Okay. So let's check our passengers. Okay, yeah, we've kind of already... I think we've pretty much smashed this passenger target. So I'm not going to connect to Chicago at this point. Because... yeah. I guess maybe all our passengers came from St. Louis. Pine says, considering the transit debate, how about this? A city full of self-driving cars that you can book to take you wherever. I'd like that. That's pretty much Elon Musk's vision, which I personally think that's gonna take a while.
The recruits have arrived in Knoxville and Jackson. That is a massive boost for our troops.
Like, to build a network like that, that's a lot of infrastructure. I'm not going to deny that it'll probably happen at some point, but yeah, I just don't see it happening within the next 10 years or even 20 years or so. Okay. Okay, so... okay. Looks like the weapons are going to Knoxville at the moment. But I'm a little concerned... This train's to... Oh, Pine. Oh, sorry, Pine, I misunderstood your question. I thought you were talking about his tube system. Because he wants to have these sort of pods running around the city. Self-driving cars... Yeah... I don't know about that. I think there's some infrastructure involved. Like... I think you need, Let me try and go at this. Like, cities themselves will have to change maybe a little bit. I mean, a lot of these self-driving cars have their own software, so they can usually handle most situations. But how to change, like, the road patterns? Like, do you suddenly change everything to self-driving cars? Do you have a mix of them? How will, you know, human-driven cars mix with self-driving cars? Like, do you constrain them to highways only for at the beginning? Like, there's a lot of questions there. But yeah, no, yeah, the Hyperloop system is what I thought you were talking about. That one's a pipe dream. That's gonna take a while to get. What's this wood train here? Does this accept wood? It does, okay. I'm just gonna set up a quick little line here to get me some wood. Trollsma says, yeah, where do you have self-driving cars now? I can get in Tesla right now and have it drive me to another city. Yeah. I think what Pine's saying is, though, is how do you convert like just a whole city to handle self-driving cars? And I think that depends on the city. I guess, yeah, eventually, you know, as those drug cars become more popular, I guess people will start buying them. It's kind of like electric cars in some ways. Like the same sort of deal. Electric cars are a little different because those ones do require slightly different infrastructure. You need charging stations for those, which are not very common in a lot of places. I don't care about mail. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't listen to my opinions because I don't have a driver's license, and I tend to have a generally negative opinion about cars and car drivers. I understand that it's a necessity in a lot of places, especially in the United States, but my experiences with a lot of drivers and cars is people tend to be idiots and don't really respect pedestrians or public transit. I've seen a lot of car drivers like honk at buses because they're just in the way. So yeah. And there's also a social aspect, which I think people like Elon Musk miss out, because when you get on public transit, like, I guess a bus is probably a better example than say a metro, but you are putting yourself within. You may not be interacting with those people directly, but you are at least seeing other people. You are seeing their behaviors and that sort of stuff. Whereas, I think when the automobile was introduced, it started encouraging a behavior where people would just stop interacting with people. Like, or if you're living in the suburbs and you know, all you do is drive in your car. You don't interact with the people in your neighborhood. You just sort of cloister yourself in a gated community or something like that. There's a bit of I guess what I'm saying is there's a bit of impersonality when you're in for a lot of car drivers, because they don't really see the other person in the other car or the other on the street or anything like that. They just see another obstacle. It's just, you know. I'm not sure if I'm making my point properly here. Want to pay the amount? Sure. Yeah, I get that people don't want to interact with people on transport, but I'm saying that, and personally, I don't want to do that either. But I'm saying that it just feels, if everyone is in their own little car, or when we get Hyperloop in their own little pod, that's not healthy either. That's you know, sometimes when you interact with random people, sometimes it's a positive experience. Like, you hold a door for somebody, or you let somebody go through an intersection before you. Like, you're like, and if everyone's in their own little space, that's not necessarily healthy. Ooh, Louisville is 120,000. Okay, we're halfway done the year. Weapons aren't getting transported to Jackson, though. I think it might be time to clone this train, maybe. I'm curious whether it's because maybe the trains haven't arrived in Jackson yet, but let me see if I can find a freight train here. Yeah, this guy's empty. I don't know why. Maybe I need a direct train to Jackson. Let me see if I can... Oh no. Louisville to Jackson. Great. And locomotive. Okay, so there's 2 weapons there. Yeah, I was kind of worried this would happen. I think all the weapons are getting sucked up by Nashville and Memphis, so weapons aren't getting transported directly to Jackson. We might lose... might have some trouble with this goal here. Oh, because, okay, this one's different. They've robbed the passengers this time, so I will pay the compensation, because... well, I guess we've already completed this goal, but I think I like passengers better than mail. Oh, you guys are in chat. So much. Okay, all right. It seems like in chat, it seems like the general consensus is, yeah, I don't want to get crammed into a sardine can with all these other people I don't know. Sometimes you do run into creepy people who just keep talking to you for no reason. Those can get annoying. I either have to ignore them or just simply tell them to stop talking to you. I don't know. I just hate cars. How about that, huh? I guess that's the fundamental point of my argument. It just cars and car drivers, because just the arrogance of them sometimes. Yeah. Okay, let's get this guy and consolidation Bs. And let's upgrade all our freight trains to consolidation Bs. So freight. There we go. Trollsma says, "Pod people are best people." Wow, you're just confirming my point. The arrogance of all those pod people, like they're the superior master race or something. Jeez. Pine says, "I'm okay with cars because my dad is an amazing and safe driver." That's good. While my uncle is a maniac on the road. That's bad. I don't know. I definitely applaud the safe drivers, but all those bad drivers on the road just makes you wonder about the human race. Pod people master race? Oh god. That sounds like a science fiction novel waiting to be written. Oh, did I just pay my loan? Oops. That's why I just lost a whole bunch of money. Or not. Or, Oh, because we bought all those consolidations. Okay, whoops. I was confused for a moment. Yeah, fine. Yeah, no, look down on me. Fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why you're watching me, because I'm going to purport my public transit ways and thoughts, so I don't know. Okay, let's see. 0 to 12. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can get this goal here. I'm gonna clone another direct train to Jackson here. Okay, there we go. So that's okay, that's 6 weapons there. I might even maybe cut down on some of these other trains here. We'll have to see. Trollsma Smith says, "If it makes you any feel better, us drivers hate bad drivers as much as you do." Okay. Pine says, "I'll wipe my lonely tears with bundles of cash because I'm part of the master race." I like to watch the peasants play. Well... I don't know how to respond to that, honestly. A little bit. What a comment there. Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that, you know, Pine and Trollsmon, maybe others in the chat, like we're all a bunch of, most of the people here are probably a bunch of introverts. Like we don't want to deal with people. I'm personally an introvert too, so we don't want to deal with other people. You know, I just want to be alone on my bus and just look out the window and that sort of stuff. I guess the thing is, I probably wouldn't myself. I wouldn't enjoy being in a pod or a car, because there's something about being in a bus or a train that's just fascinating to me. It's just like all the announcements that are played, all the places you get to pass by, all the stops that you make. Like it's fascinating to just watch like where a bus route goes, because, you know, somebody planned that and somebody decided, okay, we'll put the bus stop on this side of the street, maybe in front of this grocery store or something like that. And then you also see all these other people come on the bus, and like personally for me, I like to see what kind of demographic gets on the bus. Like who are the people who use this? Like on some bus routes I ride on, there's like, oh, it's a lot of senior citizens. They're going to go shopping. Other times it's a lot of university students because they're going up to class. Or sometimes there's a bus that goes by a high school nearby my place, and whenever school goes out, there's a whole bunch of high school students, rowdy, noisy, irritating. But you know, they're also using the bus. At least they're using the bus instead of like getting driven by their parents or something. So I don't know, that's just me. If you don't like interacting with people, that's your thing too. What I'm saying is I like observing people. Random breakdown. Okay, so yeah, 2 out of 12. It's already September. So I guess I'll clone another one. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with this. So I'm just reading chat right now. A lot of interesting comments in there. The less cars I have to drive around. Yeah, that's the more people use buses, the less cars I have to drive around, or the less cars you have to. Yeah. The weird thing is, sometimes when I talk to some car drivers, or at least when I've seen like surveys done, they still hate buses on the road, and they don't realize that the more buses there are, the more space they'll have to drive around. They won't have to deal with traffic. It actually helps traffic, but they still hate the things because, I don't know, they're just in the way or something. So, unfortunately, a lot of people they don't look at the bigger picture and see what kind of benefits these services have. So they just avoid interacting with anything transit related. That's kind of frustrating. Howard Manor near Memphis. That thing there. Probably not going to connect to that. Let's not. Okay, so there's 6 weapons there. So that'll bring us up to 8 out of 12. We just need 4 more weapons, and I'm hoping another train will be coming pretty soon. Maybe. I don't see one though. So you got yeah, this train's empty, and there's our express train behind it. And that one's empty too. Geez, there are a lot of empty trains here. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna clone one more, because I just really want. I don't know if we're gonna make it by 1863. I don't know if this it does say 1863, but it's not clear whether it means the end of 1863 or the beginning. I think it might mean the end, because I remember when I first started playing the scenario before I just restarted a couple times. We did reach 1861 and didn't give me any penalty for not reaching these, so I think it does mean the end of 1863. Livestock near Shreveport. That's... where the fuck is that? I don't know. Who would want to connect over here? Troll Sama says you can pass them at most stops anyways, and if yielding right of way is that much of an issue for you as a driver, you are probably a crap driver. The people hate sharing the road with more than you hate sharing the road with buses. Yeah. Again, usually people who... It's kind of like, have you ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? It's basically people who think they're the best drivers they have an inflated sense of their skills, so they usually are probably not so great drivers. And that applies to not just driving, but any kind of skill. Like, I worked in software development, a few years back, and yeah, when it comes to programming, I ran into a lot of those sort of people where they thought, there were these hotshot rock star programmers who thought they were the best ever, and turns out they couldn't code out of a paper bag. They were pretty terrible. So. And on the flip side, usually the programmers that have a lot of humility, they realize they're not perfect, or not maybe not even good, and but they're willing to learn. They're willing to, be humble about their craft. Those ones are I think of highly, and they're really easy to work with. But yeah. Oh, Trollsama, don't worry about the sentence. It's I can understand you pretty fine. I'm actually surprised you could actually type that on mobile. That's pretty impressive. Whenever I try typing a message on mobile, I just keep on backspacing because my fingers are fat and can't type the keys properly. I don't know. I've seen other people on their mobile phones, they type really fast. Maybe Pine is one of those sort of people who just does that. I don't know. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, Pine, but I am not a SMS expert. Yeah, no, I'm glad we're having this discussion. It's a lot. It's better than me just talking about random shit. Plus, it's a topic I'm actually interested in. Okay, November 27th, 1862. Will I be able to deliver weapons and change the course of the war? What the hell's happening in Jackson? There's a whole lot of trains here. Ooh. Gimme. No, gimme. Mine. This is mine. I want museum trains. Pine says, no, my circulation is so bad, my hands are quite rigid.
Do you really think you can afford so much?
Yeah, because I have all the money, bitch. Jeez, alright. Okay, so 8 out of 12. We just need 4 more weapons, and I'm trying to see where that weapons train is. That's empty. That has 2. I just need another 2. Where the... What about this one? That's not a train. And this one is empty. God damn it. That one has 1. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, there's 4 there. Okay, and it just broke down. Great. So, I think we'll finish this in 1863, but not before, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be sassy if I want to. Like, if the AI is going to make a comment, I'm going to comment right back. And the nice thing about this is I'm not hurting anyone's feelings because the AI isn't a real person, so... maybe I'm insulting the devs, but... I think they need to work on their on better user interfaces for this game because it's a bit of a shit show right now. Okay, what else can we do? Let's take a look at our warehouse. That's really important. Ooh dear. Okay. So yeah, we've got a whole lot of stuff accumulating there. And I don't think we can add any more trains, because you can see here, that train's leaving, and this train's coming in. And actually we got 2 trains waiting there. So yeah, 6 trains is probably, even that's a bit too much. I'm just gonna see here, yeah, this one's coming in. One thing I could try is, I could try making a separate, like a dual, other set of 2 tracks, and a separate line that just does the same thing, going between Louisville and the warehouse, but Louisville is just too congested right now. The biggest, I guess the biggest problem is just having more platforms, and I'm a little surprised in the game they don't have options for even larger stations, because 4 platforms all in one city is, especially a large city like this, it's simply not enough. It's you get to that limit pretty quickly here. See, like 3 trains already using all the platforms right now. Yeah. There was a guy in yesterday's stream. He was giving a lot of hints, and he was having the same problems too, Trollsama. Yeah, especially when he tried to mix like passenger and freight service too. So, yeah. The thing is, I don't think there's any way for us to fix it. Unless
Weapons deliveries have arrived in Knoxville and Jackson. Perhaps now we can turn the course of the war in our favor.
Okay, cool.
The war is drawing to a close, and that is in no small part thanks to you. Our army is taking control of more and more areas. Now we have to deal with the reconstruction. Pay particular attention to Atlanta. The city needs help, as it will soon have to accommodate lots of returnees.
Oh, interesting.
The
Okay.
induction is taking place in Louisville now.
Louisville.
Transport a large number of soldiers from there to Atlanta so they can help with the reconstruction. Maybe we can even end the war. To do so, we'll have to transport troops and goods efficiently. Then the southern states will see that fighting is futile.
Okay, I have a question for any of the historians in the chat right now. Maybe Fred can answer it, but I'll answer Trollsama. Yeah, you can't build a second station, as far as I can tell. You can see here, like you definitely can't build it in the green circle here, but even next to that green circle, it's completely red. I can't even build a small station. So the weird thing is, there is a way of getting multiple stations in the city, and that's when you buy out a competitor. So if the competitor has already, say, moved into Louisville, and then I move into, I can build my own station. So there are 2 stations in the city. Then when I buy out the competitor, I get 2 stations. I get their station, which is it's a little weird that they've limited that. Yeah, no, I can't build a second station in the city, which is incredibly limiting. I don't know if that's maybe in the campaign only, but yeah. Okay, here is my question, my history question, because I don't know my US history. In the Civil War, as that guy described, did the Union troops actually get all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia? And did the war end by that time, or did they actually start constructing before the war was over? Because he seems to imply that the war is still going on, which confuses me a little bit. So yeah. Fred says, yes, they burnt a lot of cities on the way. Trollsama says, perhaps they are trying to push for problem-solving logistics instead of mass platforms. I don't know if I agree with that, because this if you're... I feel like I don't feel very satisfied with just having one station with 4 platforms. I mean, I can just keep on trying to shove other trains into both ends of this station, but I think you can still do some logistics and problem solving with multiple stations too. So, I mean, I can understand if it prevents you from building the station too close to another one. That makes sense because, you know, that's too close. But you should be able to build another station like on the outskirts somewhere. But no, it just says no. You have one station in this city and that's it. Nope. So yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I wonder if they will patch that at some point later on, because I know that the devs are kind of open to feedback. I'm not sure if they'll make that change later. Fred says, of course, they tried to rebuild before the war was over. You're not just going to abandon a major city even after it was attacked. Okay, I see. I see what they mean. Alright. I wasn't actually sure if they actually did get all the way to Atlanta, though. Because I know Atlanta is kind of... Where is it? Where is Atlanta? I don't know my southern U.S. geography. Montgomery... Oh, there's Atlanta. Oh, I see. That's our competitor there. We just took most of it over. Actually, all of it over. Okay, provide Atlanta with supplies. Transport 3,000 passengers from Louisville to Atlanta without stopping. Okay. Reach a population of 60,000 in Atlanta, 70,000 in Jacksonville. Okay. Robbery, sure. Okay, and we only have 1 year to really do it. Great. Just great. So, this sounds like we need a direct line down there. And we could go through Knoxville. Actually, we kind of have to because this mountain's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, when it comes to geography, my knowledge of the US is not the best, I have to say. Do I get any of the trains from... No, it doesn't look like I get the road that my competitor had, but I don't get any of the trains. I might have to just set up some train lines here. Okay, let's do this. Let's go... Actually, let me upgrade this guy first. Upgrade that. Probably make it... You know, let's just go make it a large train station right now. Okay. Let's start off with... let's connect Knoxville up. That's... What the... That's not a... I don't want 1 mile there. Okay, so I could go up this incline, but I think I'm just gonna go around like this. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So we'll do that. I will double the track at Knoxville. And then I have to do a bit of rejigging here. Ah, shoot. Whoops. Didn't want to blow up that whole track there. Object in easy use. Oh, crap. Alright, so I have to wait for this. Wait for that train to maybe pass that signal. There you go. Go around like this. Okay, so Knoxville will become another through station. I'm going to double this track up. If I had more money, I'd probably maybe build a dedicated express track. I could actually shut down all the weapons trains on that into Knoxville just to make sure that the express trains can get there in time. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to merge like that. Put some signals in. So we're gonna have to be really aggressive with the express trains, I think. Because that's a lot of passengers, 3,000. And we'll have a year to finish that, so I'm gonna get on that pretty quickly. Okay, so there we go. Let me just see the existing trains on this line. Wait, is that the only train on this line? What the? Did I seriously only build one freight train from Louisville to Knoxville? I'm a little surprised by that. Okay. Where is this? Memphis? No, I don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to delete this train. It's making me some profit, but again, I need to make sure this whole stretch is clear for the express trains. So, yeah, so Louisville to Atlanta without stopping. Where's my line? Crap. Okay, and then, yep, not stopping in Knoxville. Passengers and mail only. I should also see if I can... We have another express train maybe we could use. Got the... Yeah, those are freight trains, so the best one we have right now is probably the Rogers American. Yeah, so we'll probably use that one. Let's see if I can get some more upgrades here. Transportation fee. Ticket prices for passengers by 7%. Oops, I'm scrolling down too much. Oh, I see. Okay, I'll increase the number of passengers. I'll get increased ticket prices. Okay. Oh, this is a... Oh shoot, where's my line? Did I... I think I screwed up setting up this line. Let me do it again. There we go. Freight and passengers mails only. Then add locomotive. Rogers American. Guess I'll add a few peeps on this one. And yeah, we're gonna clone this train like crazy. I'll just give it a little bit more of spacing for this train. I'll actually I'll just keep an eye on this train for a bit. We'll just center on it for a bit. Maybe you should ride it for a bit too. Okay, so maybe when it gets around this curve, let's clone another one. I also noticed that, yeah, this track's actually being shared with the St. Louis line. So, actually, we can't really do very much about it. Okay. The St. Louis line is actually less busy in general, so that's okay. What I should do is... Yeah, a lot of our trains to Jackson, because we were trying to get the tasks done, are kind of useless now. So I'm actually going to start getting rid of some of these trains here. Let me click this part here so I can get those trains here. Okay, so let's remove that one, this one, this one as well, and that one. So now all that's left are these 5 freight trains and these 2 express trains. Even then, I think 5 of them is too much, so I'm going to remove one of them. Fred says the game is pretty accurate historically, although I would have preferred if rival companies were more hinted towards actual companies at the time. Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of the companies here are kind of made up, and especially the competitor, the person that you're interacting with. Like, I don't think there's an actual Beatrix von Pomp that you interact with, or is an actual historic person, I should say. It does give them personality, but it's not. Yeah, I think it would be nice if it was an actual Baron that you were competing with. Okay, let's clone. Stop trying to sell me shit. There we go. Alright, so we're starting to bring in passengers. I think I might, let's see, Louisville has... Let's see if I can build maybe a city building. Okay, stop with that. So there's an induction...
I love the smell of lubricating oil in the morning.
So there's an induction station in Louisville, so we can't build... That's basically generating soldiers and passengers for us to feed into Atlanta. Here we've got... Okay, Atlanta's not large enough for us to build anything. I think now we should, I think I better try to... I need to start feeding Atlanta with actual goods. Let's take a look around here. We got some corn here, grain. Augusta provides cloth. I'm gonna see if I can... Whoops. I'm trying to look up this cloth. Cloth. Where's the cotton coming from? Oh, from there. Okay. Interesting. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe build a separate line to the cotton plantation, so we'll deliver the cotton to Augusta and then deliver cloth back to Atlanta. There's actually a clothing factory in Atlanta too, so that might help out. Before I do that though, I want to double this track. So let me see if I can do that. Connect it up to this one. I'm gonna get rid of this ugly switch here. And oh, what the? Oh, I see. It switches off even further. Where did this go? This goes down to Jacksonville, where nothing's happening. So, I don't see a point of that line there. I think I'm just gonna double the track on my own here. I'll just do something like this, I guess. Okay. I kind of wonder what kind of rank I'm going to get for this mission, because I've just not been... I don't think I've been doing this. We definitely... I don't know about the deadlines. We definitely have not completed... Well, we have at least completed them by the deadline, but to get a higher rank, I don't think we're doing too hot there. Because we need to get them done a lot sooner than that. Oh crap, don't do that. Remove track point. There we go. Okay, let's also put in that separate line to the cotton. Actually, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm actually going to feed this into the other track. Let's see if I can redo this. Yeah. No, you don't like that, do you? Please? No? Okay. These, can I build there? You're being very annoying, game. Please let me build. Oh, don't be. God damn it. Okay. I still don't understand why it just reds out a lot of sections like this. Like, I don't... Nothing seems obvious. It reminds me of transport fever a little bit, when sometimes there are places where it looks like you can build, but it just says nope. Like terrain collision or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Blow up the bridge, maybe. That might be your problem. No, it just... It hates this section. There's nothing to blow up here, is there? Oh crap, no, just blow up the whole thing. Did it blow up the whole track? God fucking damn it. Fuck. Ah, fuck you, game. Alright. I have to... Demo markers? Oh, I should explain that. I think Jay Craven from yesterday was teaching me these. Basically, if you look in the demolition thing, it doesn't actually tell you, but if you hold the shift key, you can push... Oh, actually, let me turn it on there. If you hold... You can see on the bottom there, it says set section of railway track. You hold the shift key, so you can click that section there, and then if you just to click that, you'll just destroy that little section. So it's not... It's a pretty clunky interface, and it's not obvious, but that is how you do that. So you can avoid blowing up large sections of track, just like what I just did. So okay, cotton train time. Let's see if I can, let's make a more direct train out of here. It's just gonna go on its own route. I should build a station first. That's a good idea. Okay, that's not quite right. Oop. And we need supply towers on this track. Oh, there's one over there, but I don't think there's one on the cotton line, so I'm gonna put one here. Okay, let's start off with the cotton line. Let's do this. Woo woo. Choo choo. Where's our freight train? Consolidation B. There we go. Mine says, people who thought women are confusing clearly didn't try to build rail lines in this game. What? What does that mean? Back in my day, if we wanted to fix 15 feet of track, we had to rip up the entire 450-mile line and start over. Yeah, no, it's pretty stupid. Let me signal this up. To be honest, if I want to make... Since the goal of this is to grow Atlanta, I don't know if this is going to help very much, because it'll produce clothes out of Atlanta, which we will probably have to ship out of there somehow. But it's not going to... I don't know if it fulfills really a demand in the city, like for example, something consumable like corn or wood or something like that. But well, I'm gonna give this a try. Can probably make some further connections later on. Okay, so line. Just Atlanta. Make this a freight-only train. Consolidation B. Might clone this train at some point. But if you look at Atlanta, it's actually losing people right now, which is not good. But yeah, there's other things that it demands, and I want to try to get those other industries fed into here. So we got... So Montgomery has a lumber mill, also a brewery. See if I can find some grain. We could bring grain to Montgomery and then bring beer into Atlanta. But it looks like grains also is already going there by other means of transportation. I think also wood is doing the same thing. Cattle. Okay, so cattle's going up to Knoxville because Knoxville, I believe, has a moo processing factory. Yep, so it produces meat and leather. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I kind of want to get a freight train going from Knoxville, but I know that that might block the express trains, but you know what, I think, shoot, what should I do here? Okay, I want to try building that quadruple track. So let me go, we're gonna upgrade Knoxville. And then, okay. Let's start off by going through Louisville first. Actually, if I quadruple the track, will that really make a difference? Because trains will still go on the shortest path. So I don't think that they'll really utilize the tracks properly. You can't really, unfortunately in the game, you can only tell which track a train should go onto. I think you can only do that in manual mode. Let me see if I can adjust it here. Okay, no, you can change which track it stops on. So that's okay. Okay. I'm going to let's build our first quadruple track. I'm going to do this. Actually, no. Let me remove the signals first. There we go. And what I think I'll do is the freight train will make a stop in Knoxville so it can grab any meat and cattle. And that'll help determine which track the train will go on. So, oh shoot, I kind of screwed this up. I have to wait for this train to leave. Okay, so that's the express train. It just passes through. But what I want to do is remove this section here. Okay, so we recreate this. Oh crap! No, don't do that. Don't do that. So this will connect up to. Oh, don't. Do I have to redo this? I don't want to redo this. Come on. Maybe I'll remove this part here. Oh, okay. Oof. Okay, so... Oh, come on. No, don't build like that. That's bad. Why are these points here? Oh, no. No, I think I have to just redo that planning. Let's just delete that. Okay. You can only plan one track at a time. That's fucking annoying. Okay. So I'm putting these two middle tracks into those two middle tracks in the station. And let's redo this again. So remove the signals here, so build this part again. we're gonna stick that in there. I'll do the same thing for this. So yeah, basically, I could do it either way, but the 2 tracks in the middle could be for the express train, I guess, and then the outer 2 tracks could be for freight. And then the only switches I'm going to put on these tracks is going to be at the end. So the freight trains will make a stop in Knoxville, while the express trains will skip Knoxville. And I think that should work out pretty well. So we'll do this and that. Okay. And let me just add a few more signals. Hey, Sesh Penguin. Thanks for coming by my stream. I'm just making a humongous quadruple track right now because I want to separate freight and express traffic here. Just putting my signals down right now. Oh, and thanks for the follow. Okay, so yeah, we blew up all the signals here, so we gotta redo all that. Put one last set of signals here. Okay, so that's the part between Knoxville and Louisville. Now for this part here. Okay, let me wait for that train to leave. That's that signal there. Oh, it's actually stopped. Why are you stopping there? Get going. Alright. The same deal here. We're gonna move these 2 tracks over. Oops. Let's try this other way. Like this. Okay, and then... yeah, let's... actually, before I build the outer tracks, let me just make sure this is okay. At Louisville, we have... they're all shared by 1 track. I think I might do the same here because I want to try to also build trains, other trains into Atlanta to feed it with goods. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. Let's see if I can do this right. Fortunately, there's some trains in the way, which I have to... I'll wait for that one to go past. Okay. Okay, let's remove these signals here. That sound that it makes when you remove a signal is quite loud. A little bit startling. Okay, here's 1 track. And the other one here. And after this, we're just going to spam all the trains on this, because I mean, I've spent quite a bit of time and money on building this complicated thing. Okay. Oh, we should put some signals closer to the station. Okay, and now we need the ones at the end here. Okay. So the big backlog is going to be the terminus stations, unfortunately. Not much we can really do about it. But, yeah. Okay, let's also see... oh, so these are... I think we only have... I'm just trying to see... looks like the trains are using the outer track 1 and 3 there. It looks like we only have express trains. Let me get another express train. And then let's set up a new line. Bring back our freight trains. So Louisville, Knoxville, Atlanta, also Knoxville, I guess. And then when it's in Knoxville, we can set which track it should be using. And you can actually see here, the orange part is where... so that's the default express. That's because it's the game goes for the closest route possible. So what we can do here is say, okay, for southbound trains go track 2, and for northbound trains go to track 4, like that. So now it's separate from express traffic, and that should be good. So, and then we will add consolidations on this one. And oh man, looks like a lot of weapons are going too. What I'm hoping is, yeah, the weapons will get delivered to Knoxville, which will give us a little money. But when it gets to Knoxville, it'll load up on meat and leather, which will feed into Atlanta too. Sure. Okay, let's start spamming. So yeah, you can see it's on the second track there. It'll be pretty cool to see if we can an express train passing by one of these freight trains. Just to make sure that this is working. There's an express train there. Let's clone another train here. Like a lot of weapons are holed up here. Okay. While we're waiting on that, I'd better at least get this line set up. I want to start feeding beer and lumber into Atlanta. So let's take a look at this switching business here. So this track's fed into this one here. That's fine. This looks good. But then it switches off here, which I don't care about Jacksonville, so we're gonna blow that. Ooh. I guess we'll blow up that whole track. Great. All right. Don't need it anymore. It's very easy in this game to accidentally blow up whole sections of track, and it doesn't give you a refund for it, which is pretty bad. I do not like that aspect of this game. At the very least, it should give you a prompt saying, are you sure you want to destroy all this track? That'd be pretty useful. Nope. For some reason the devs decide, nah, if you click that accidentally, then you probably wanted to blow up the whole thing. And waste your money. Oh, sorry, Fred. I'm just saying in terms of the game task. I don't know. Oh, shit. Crap. It does say we need to... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm a dum-dum. The goal does say you do need to grow Jacksonville as well. How the hell are you supposed to... When? 1865? God, that's tight. Okay. Ugh. Panic. I've been wasting all this time. I should have focused on Jacksonville too. Panic. Okay. Crap, I didn't know about that. So that means we need to feed goods in Jacksonville too, and maybe I shouldn't have blown up that section of track. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Let's focus on Atlanta first, because in the task list, that one needs to be done by next year, for sure. Let me go double check. I want to check if Atlanta has a maintenance yard. Oh, it does. Okay. So let's set up a line, Montgomery to Atlanta. Woo woo. And actually, we'll make this a freight train only. Oh, come. Stupid auction happening. Fred says, come on, Frumple, without a rail line, she'll never get out of state. There is a rail line still. She has to go through whatever other that city is I don't know about. I don't know my... Again, I don't know my geography down here.
I'm letting you go first on this journey into the unknown.
I'm glad you let me do that, I guess. Okay, freight only on this. And use a consolidation bay. And nothing got loaded on that one. Okay, that's a problem. I think we might actually have to feed some wood down here. God damn it. Okay. Okay, upgrade this station. I really have to work. This mission really makes you work fast. I can't stop dawdling here. Okay. Okay, redoing everything. So, this track will be for Atlanta. And I wish you could also switch properly there. There we go. Throw a signal back. Okay. And this track over here, we will divert to this wood place over here. So we're going to build a small train station here. We'll probably build it over here. Oh, see ya, Pine. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the debate about transit and Hyperloops and Elon Musk. Have a good night. Okay, so by that one, let's make a very, very, very simple rail line here. Just one supply tower. You probably need a maintenance yard here. Let's build, oh, there's already one here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna feed wood into Montgomery. Consolidation. So at the very least, the wood will come into Montgomery, and then that should feed into this lumber mill. I'm not sure what to do about the beer, though, because that's coming from... where? I don't know. Oh yeah, way over here, which is on the way from Jacksonville. So, actually, you know what? It was probably a good idea that we blew up this line to Jacksonville, because we can just build a line on the way to Jacksonville, so then it'll feed in both directions. See, I'm actually smarter than I think. I'm already ahead of the game. What does what was that phrase that Disguised Toast says? 300 IQ or something? I don't know. So let's expand that station. I'm going to build a new regular train station here. I guess we can build, yeah, on this side, I guess.
Why are you building a station in the middle of nowhere?
Because I want to feed people of Atlanta and Jacksonville with beer. Beer's good. Let's connect that up. Oh, we should look at Jacksonville because... okay, it has a... yeah, there's a bunch of empty tracks here, so we're okay there. It is a bit of an incline, though. That's 5%. So, but I think the consolidation bee should be able to handle it, I think. Okay, so now I want to pull that out. Move this all the way over here. And finish it off. We're gonna get a little closer here. Yeah, I have this extra track here, which I don't know what to do with, to be honest. I guess I'll do that. Okay, let's get some actually signals first. That's the wrong way, isn't it? There we go. I'm gonna be honest, I'm sweating a little bit because the deadlines are so tight in this mission compared to the other ones. I just feel like I have to get everything done, make sure I set up all these lines and then get the trains moving and make sure they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a little stressful. I was hoping for a more laid-back mission, but that's not happening today. It is kind of, yeah, it is kind of intense, Sesh. A bit. I'm not gonna say I'm not enjoying it, but it is increasing my stress levels to something I'm not used to. And the fact that we're just building railways, it's usually not this intense. Okay, so supply towers, make sure we have appropriate supplies for our steam trains, and then okay, so since this train I think we'll have at least one passenger train on this one, but I want to make this a freight train too, so let's start in Jacksonville. No, let's start in Montgomery. Like this. This will be a freight only train. This will be a consolidation. Should also research some more stuff here. We got some additional require and unlock neighbor. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can increase. Let's get this one. Accelerate train maintenance. Power of locomotives. Increase the reliability. So there's some better freight trains we could also get too. I like the Decapod because it's technically strictly better than the Baldwin 10-wheeler. So let's get this thing. Increase the reliability of your locomotives. That's a good one. And then we just need 200 more for this thing, so we'll have to wait for that. Now, while we're waiting for the freight train, actually I'll clone the freight train right now. And you can actually see there's actually lumber being shipped into Jacksonville, which is interesting. This train... What's wrong with this train? No suitable freight available for this train. Really? Oh, That's weird. So Atlanta doesn't accept lumber, I just noticed. It's actually not large enough at the moment. And it does accept beer, but I guess there's not enough beer being produced here to make a difference there. So that's unfortunate. Livestock near Montgomery, that's a bit too far off. I'm not going to buy that. Okay, let's set up our express train. Let's make one passenger train direct from Montgomery to Jacksonville. It will get stuck up by the slower freight trains, but I don't want to spend any more money doubling track and all that like we did before. Use the Rogers American. Actually, Tyson 10-wheeler. Oh, okay. I was actually gonna check the difference between these, but the Rogers American is still strictly better, I guess. But yeah, this train right now is just sitting empty. It's just wandering back and forth, which I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, we should also keep cloning these trains too. Let's see, so the express trains we've got, let's see how good we are. We're about halfway done.
Seems like your engineer has been caught with their pants down.
Let's take a look here. So we got 2 freight trains. I'm going to clone a few of these. And our express trains, we're about halfway done, but I feel like we need probably another 2 express trains as well. So I'm gonna actually clone this one as well. So we'll come back to that in a sec. Okay, Jacksonville is just 5,000 off. I need to start shipping stuff into there. I could have maybe... You know, I should have actually built a station for these vegetables, maybe. That might have... I mean, we're just close by. Maybe I should just do that. Okay, I'm gonna wait for these trains to leave and then we'll actually redo the itineraries of these things. Hold on one sec. So I have to blow up this tower here. And you can see, yeah, the freight train is stuck behind, or the express train, I should say, is stuck behind the freight train. Okay, so let's blow up this. No, not the whole section there. Oh god. Stupid game. Stupid game. Okay, yeah, I should have built this train station first, since it's on the way anyway. And we can reconnect connect it like this. Ooh, that's a... Ooh, that incline. I don't like that incline, actually. This might have been a mistake. Okay. I'm actually going to consider redoing this whole track, because that incline is nasty. Yeah, you saw 11% there. This is only 5%, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I want to try to get some vegetables into this town here. See, right here is a problem. We need to rethink this. I'm gonna wait for these two trains to leave, then we'll redo this. So wait for an express train to enter. Okay, should be able to blow that up. Okay, now we can try to get a better grade on this one. See, now that's 2%. And this one should be about the same. Okay, I'll put our signals back in. Oops, that's not the right way. I think I... yeah, screwed that one up. Okay, now I'm gonna redo the itineraries. Let's see, where is that train? Are those... okay, so there's the first freight train. Let me go see if I can select that one. So, just simply remove... there we go, like this. Just get out of here, stupid info bubble. It's like that. So now it's going to stop at all of those things. Same thing with this train here. Gotta fix this one up. And then the express train, I think the express train is unchanged. It does have to pass through those places, but it doesn't stop there. So yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. No changes there. I'm actually going to put a... well, actually, now that we're finally providing grain to the city, maybe this train to Atlanta from Montgomery will actually start loading stuff. Let's wait for it to be serviced. Nope, it's still nothing. Okay, well, I'm going to delete it for now. Let's also keep cloning these trains here. We got So that's our express train. This outer side, let's get another freight train going. And then these two are these are express trains waiting to get in. Because they're waiting on this. It could be a freight train, I think. Yep. See, unfortunately, because we have only the one platform available at Louisville, yeah, this is our backlog. Now it's finally getting out of there. Actually, that's a mixed train. Why is it? That should be a. That's taking away. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you can set up waypoints. Wow, I didn't know that. I guess that's another way we could have separated the trains. Okay, I need to fix these trains because I think they're still set to automatic. They should be freight only. So freight only, freight only, and this one should be freight only as well. And the passenger trains I think are already set up to be passenger, but not that one. Atlanta. This one here. Yeah, these ones are set up to be passenger only. We'll clone one more, so we can get. Yeah, I think we should be able to hit it by 1864. I'm a little concerned about the other goal here for Atlanta, though. Oh boy. Okay, folks, I know I've taken a break already, but I think I'm gonna try to split this. I'm gonna probably take another break right now. I'm actually gonna use the break to just think about what I need to bring it, what else I can bring into Atlanta to expand, because we've only got one more year left for this goal, and I really want to try to grow Atlanta to our goal there. So, and I'll obviously, use the break to get more water and all that. So, yeah, I'm gonna take another 5-minute break, folks. So, yeah, don't go anywhere.